Welcome to RidgeLife. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, it's not Coke Zero, it's actually Dr. Pepper, and I am in pain. I would say I've experienced over the last 24 hours the worst persistent pain I've ever had in my entire life. Now, I blew my knee out. I had knee surgery, ACL replacement. I've had, other ailments, COVID and all that. But guys, chronic, consistent, unending, never ceasing pain. None like it. None like it. Whew, it's hot out here. Actually, it is about 111 heat index right now, guys. 111. And I care less because I'm in such pain. Last week, I went to David's from Come On Homesteading for his birthday bash. I had a little earache, which I never get earaches. And I had a little bit of a toothache all on this side right here. Didn't think much of it. I've got crowns and bridges, so I thought maybe I got like a sesame seed under a crown between my gum, because when I floss all the time. I brush my teeth at least 2 to 3 times a day, and I floss at least 3 times a day. And so I said, when I get home, I'm just going to get my water pick out. I got one of those battery-powered water picks, rechargeable. Throw that water deep under those bridges and crowns and stuff, and clean it out. And I thought that would help because it wasn't that bad. It was just a little toothache. Well, that's not what happened. So yesterday, and the days just fly by when you're in pain. Yesterday was terrible. I was at Meredith's house, and I used the water pick to get out, to clean under the teeth and the bridges. And I thought it would give me like instant relief. I like putting hydrogen peroxide and warm water in my water pick. And so she gave me a hydrogen peroxide, clean, got everything all cleaned and sterilized and everything. And I commenced to blow in that hydrogen peroxide and water under my gums. And I thought it was going to be fine. Well, it wasn't fine. And was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I don't remember. It all blurs. The worst pain yesterday and all night. Oh my gosh, guys. Tylenol. Not touching it. Ibuprofen. Not touching it. Hydrocodone. Tylenol 3, right? Hydrocodone has Tylenol and all that good stuff. Didn't cut it. All right. Oxycodone. Ooh, that's the stuff that dreams are made of, right? A lot of people can't take oxy. Those that do get addicted to it. It's just like puts your body in a euphoria. I've had oxy before with oral surgery, and I know that usually works with me. When I had it with my oral surgery, I lived in Lakeland, Tennessee, and had Nero, and the house I had there had this leather couch, and I had a fireplace, and it was just nice little home. And I remember sitting there, and I had taken the oxycodone, and for the oral surgery, and I'm sitting there on the couch. I'm like, this is the most soft and beautiful leather couch ever made. I mean, it's just like, it's just so soft. Now I looked over at my dog, Nero, and I'm like, Nero, you are the most beautiful dog ever created. And I looked around the house. I'm like, you are the most beautiful house I've ever seen. And I took a deep breath and went, air in this house. You are the most beautiful air I've ever breathed. And that's what oxycodone does for me. It just puts me like in the state of euphoria. Well, guys, oxycodone did not touch my tooth pain. Oh my gosh. So Meredith says, Tim, you have got to call. So it was 2 days ago. Yeah, okay. You got to call this morning, and you got to make an appointment to get your tooth looked at, because they may not get you in for a while. I'm like, oh, I really don't want to, because, you know, I don't have dental insurance. I retired, and I no longer have dental insurance. I've got medical through the VA, but VA does not give dental for my situation. So I know how much it's going to cost. So probably an hour goes by, and I'm like, babe, it hurts so bad. She's like, poor baby, I'm a baby. When I'm hurting, I'm a baby. You know Tim's gonna be a baby when he's hurting. You just know it. I said, all right, I'm gonna call. So I called, and they had a cancellation, and they could get me in today. So this was yesterday morning. And I hadn't had a cleaning since I retired anyway. I had to set up to get cleanings and stuff. And so they got me in for a cleaning and an exam to find out what this pain is. So I signed up for a dental health savings plan where I get 2 free cleanings, x-rays, and like 15% off procedures and things, right? 2 free cleanings and x-rays a year, and then 15% off procedures. Different percentages off different procedures. So I signed up for that. So I got a free cleaning and everything, and then she took x-rays. She said, looks like you've got an abscess on the root of one of these teeth right here. I'm like, oh no, because you know I've had 2 root canals before. I've had no issue with one over here. I did have an issue with one over here where the sensitivity still didn't go away. The infection went away, but the sensitivity didn't go away. Whew, it's sweaty out here. So they said, Tim, we can't do anything for you today. You're going to have to see an endodontist. That's the people who do root canals. I was like, oh, I want to get fixed today. I told him the whole story about how, you know, the Tylenol didn't cut it, ibuprofen didn't cut it, hydrocodone didn't cut it, even the Oxy didn't cut it. He said, well, I can give you some, I got some 800 milligram Motrin here. You know, that'll help some inflammation a little bit. I know it's not going to help your pain. And I'll call you in some antibiotics that'll help the infection. And I'll get you some hydrocodone. And they can only give you 8. Usually it's 6 max. He said, I can probably get you 8. That's 8 pills. And you're going to have to make an appointment with the endodontist. So I get out of there. I call the endodontist. First available is in the town of Arlington. It's not too far away, but it's not the town I usually go to. I wanted first available. And it's Monday. Okay, today is Thursday. I got all night tonight. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's going to be about 5 days before I potentially get relief. Potentially. And I got 8 pills. And they only last about 6 to 8 hours. It's going to be a long week because it hurts. Oh my gosh, it hurts. It's the whole, it kind of like Tommy Boy, you know? Not so much here or here, but all over here. Y'all remember Tommy Boy? It hurts from here to here. My shoulder, you know, because you start getting an infection, it gets systemic. It can get in your bloodstream. It can kill you. Hopefully it doesn't do that. I got the Chick-fil-A. Meredith gave me some Orajel mouthwash. That helps kill the pain. So thank you, Meredith. Meredith took care of me. Oh my gosh, she took care of me the last 2 days. Hopefully you saw our rambling we did together. That was fun. I fixed it for her. Fixed her toilet. I didn't even mention my haircut. What y'all think about my haircut? I got my ears lowered. I didn't even mention the haircut on the video. That's funny. And some of y'all thought I was going to talk about my haircut, and like, nope, it was fixing her toilet, which she was very happy about. Kids are really happy about it too, because now they got two toilets they can use in the house of three people, 4 when I'm there. So Meredith took care of me. Thank you, Meredith. And she made some food I could eat too. Thank you, Meredith. She ended up making stuffed red bell peppers. I mean, red peppers. They're not green. I don't. Can you have a red bell pepper? I know you have green bell peppers. There's yellow, orange, red, green. Anyway, red. She did a red. She had these red bell peppers, stuffed them with grass-fed beef and cheese, and we had guacamole and lettuce, and had some tortillas with some chicken, some street corn, rice, and chicken. Basically everything I could eat on this side of my mouth that was not hard and crunchy and stuff that would hurt me too bad. So thank you, Meredith, and it was delicious. I put some pictures of it on Facebook, so if you're friends with me on Facebook, go check out the pictures of the food that Meredith cooked for me. You're a sweetie. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you very, very much. We actually got to go in the pool, too. Kind of take my mind off it a little bit. It was hot outside, though. But basically, all night long, I was just, oh, poor me. I'm such a baby. It hurts so bad. You know, actually, no, I was trying to be quiet because, you know, Meredith had to sleep and everything. And there's other people in the house. I don't want to be whining and moaning with keeping everybody else up. But I did get up at 5 o'clock this morning. And I was supposed to go home last night. But I just did not feel good. Plus, I probably shouldn't drive on the Oxy, if you know what I'm saying, right? So got up this morning, 5 o'clock, made it back here. I had to be here for, let's see, what everything happened. As I get my stuff straight. First thing was a shipment. A shipment. Do you see what's behind me, people? Spilling little beans here, spilling little beans. There's a shipment of things. Some of you may know what they are. Some of you may not. But they are for the off-grid barn house. That's right. I'm super happy. This is not going to be their long-term storage location, but it is their temporary storage location. I'll get them put up very, very soon. So if you can read, if you can see, maybe you'll know what those are. Then I also had to be here for Meredith's car. Her insurance adjuster had to be here because remember she had a wreck and her car's been over here because the top and the windows, because it's convertible and all this, you know. So it's been over here under the solar carport, and the insurance adjuster had to come and inspect it. And then I had Dan from Honest Abe Log Homes here to go over my drawings, to go over my foundation, to look at the shipment, and there's a problem with the shipment. Ooh, we're going to have to watch RidgeLife to find out what the problem is and how we're going to solve it. There is a problem. Houston, we have a problem. But Dan took care of me, and actually Dan went to Grandma Carol's, because you remember she has the Honest Abe Log Homes, and he stayed down there and talking to her for a long time. So thank you, Dan, for taking care of us. We appreciate you very, very much. There is a bluebird sitting on the solar carport here, and it has a worm in its mouth, and it's like, I want to feed my babies, and you won't get away from my home. I will leave shortly, bluebird. I will leave shortly. Okay? It's pretty funny, though. Big old worm. Okay, just wait a second. This bluebird's going to start dive bombing me. Come on, I'm trying to do a rambling here, people. Goodness gracious. Kind of loopy. I'm kind of loopy, okay? Y'all saw Mike from DD5 the other day after he hurt his shoulder on his live stream. He was a little on the loopy side. His loopies were doing loops. I'm not quite that loopy, okay? But I'm going to go take another pill here in a little bit, and I'm probably going to get a little loopy, so. Because it hurts. It hurts. So I got to wait till Monday to get in there, and I hope and pray they get it fixed. But guys, not having insurance, it's kind of rough. Take a guess how much non-insurance root canal cost. Take a guess. Pause this right now. Leave a comment down below how much you think a non-insurance root canal costs. I said, do you have any discounts? Do you have the, a slow person's discount, an old person's discount? Do you have a discount? No, this is the price. So leave a comment down below how much you think it is. Pause it and and here's how much it cost. She said, your out of pocket is going to be $1,652. $1,652. I'm like, oh my gosh, so many different ways I could spend $1,652. But when you're hurting like I'm hurting, and I'm not kidding, guys, this hurts. This is some of the worst pain I've ever had in my life. And I've had some surgeries. I've cut my knee open with a chainsaw. I cut my finger 9 stitches right there with the skill saw. Yeah, you're starting to see a little pattern here. I might be a little DD5. I might be on the little DD5 side, right? I blew my knee out getting off a 4-wheeler. You know, I've done some things. And actually, one of the worst was wisdom teeth. I guess I'm kind of tooth pain averse. When I was in the Navy, I checked in on board the submarine and went out to sea, and they took out my wisdom teeth right before I went out to sea, and they hadn't healed and they got infected, and we were under the polar ice cap, and I've got infected wisdom sockets, and there's no dentist, there's no doctor, there's no nurse, there's just one corpsman on the board, and he's just popping 800 milligram ibuprofen. That's what the Navy gives you for everything, and it was not doing the trick. And I got them both infected and everything. So that I'm kind of this is a worse pain than that, because that infection was, you know, the tooth was gone, so the nerve was gone, but there was still all the nerves around it. This is tooth nerve pain. Okay. I know, Tim, you're starting to get a little much on the whining here. I know, I apologize, but just have a little, give me a little grace, okay? Show me a little mercy, because I don't feel good. But I did get some stuff done. Got this shipment in. I'm trying to take care of that, and I've got a lot of stuff lined up to work. So I'm gonna go to bed early this evening. Take some medication. Hopefully I wake up, because I got the antibiotics. I went by Walgreens, got the antibiotics. I don't have prescription insurance anymore either. So, but they did use Good RX for me, and the Good RX brought my prescriptions, the antibiotic and the hydrocodone, down to like $40, 30 some odd bucks. So that's not too bad, I guess. Not too bad. I did have some good luck the other day, though. Let me tell you some good luck. When I went to get my hair cut, my ears lowered the other day. I usually time my getting my hair cut with getting my tires balanced and rotated, because there's a discount tire right next to where I get my hair cut. So I dropped my F-250 off to get the tires balanced and rotated while I went over and got a haircut. I got an invoice while I was sitting in the chair for the truck tire balance and rotation, and it was free. And normally, you know, when you buy tires at Discount Tire, you get the lifetime balance and rotation. The problem is the F-250 has the original OEM tires on it, right? I didn't buy those tires at Discount Tire. So when I went in, my conscience gets the better of me and he said, you're good to go. Here's your keys. I said, sir, the invoice had the wrong vehicle on there. That was my old F-250, which I had bought tires from Discount Tire on. I said, this new truck's new, has never been in here before. I owe you for the balance and rotation. He went, what's done is done. And I was like, he's like, you already got it rang up, $0. And I go, oh, well, I appreciate that. And I said, but I had to be honest. You know, I couldn't steal from you, because, you know, I wouldn't want people stealing from me, and I ain't gonna steal from them. So, but it worked out, right? It worked out. You do a good turn deserves another. So they gave it to me free anyway. Thank you very much, Discount Tire. Another good reason I like Discount Tire. Now, I've had some issues, Discount Tire, but they almost always do me right. They've done a few things wrong, but they almost always end up doing me right. And so thank you very much, Discount Tire, for doing me right on that one. So I got home a little while ago. I was talking to David from Come On Homestead, and I said, hold on a second, David, let me go ahead and get the air conditioner going in the Ridge crib, because I know it's 100 degrees in there since it's 111 heat index. And I'll sit in the truck and talk to you while the camper's cooling off. And I went in there, and I could not get the air conditioner to come on. Could not. The Blue Eddy kept tripping out, and I kept having to reset it and all that stuff. So eventually I just said, David, I gotta go work on this, you know. And so I said, I'll talk to you later. So eventually I got the air conditioner run. And what it was, see what happened was, I got the Blue Eddy and the generator tent and everything, and it had overheated. It is so hot in there, so I had to put airflow on the Blue Eddy to get it cool, so it would maintain the power output to run the air conditioner in the Ridge crib. You gotta have power for air conditioning, and your power's got to be cooled. So just another reason I need to hurry up and get on my main solar here. Now, I've been working with Jackery on a new temporary solar system that will provide me ample power to keep the Ridge crib going. Speaking of overheating, the camera overheated. That's how hot it is, okay? The camera overheated. So I can't talk much more. I could talk to you all day. I'm a little loopy from the drugs. The pain still hurts. Elvis is over there saying, Tim, hurry up and get off there and get an air conditioner. You need to rest a little bit. So guys, I love every single one of you. Make sure you hit that notification bell right down there. Like, share, and subscribe. It's always 100% free. And until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day and keep rambling and go Ridge Life. Woo!